What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Barcelona versus Valencia in La Liga. A match where Barcelona have to bounce back after losing 3 points in our last league game against Almeria, where Valencia are in the same situation, battling for relegation, where Barcelona need to take advantage of this match as Real Madrid have tough games coming up and we want to extend our lead at the top of La Liga. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 4:15 p.m. local time. So we do have the very early kickoff tomorrow in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the beautiful Spotify Camp Nou. And the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Javier Rojas, and on the VAR, it will be Santiago Hamilater. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona currently sit top of La Liga on 59 points after playing 23 matches. We have 19 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. You look at our last 5 games in the league, all perfect except for the last one, of course. Real Madrid sat on 52 points, 7 points behind us after playing 23 matches. They have 16 wins, 4 draws, and 3 losses. You look at their last 5 games in the league, 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. Now, Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, they're battling for 3rd and 4th place, and of course for the top 4 spot in the league. League is crunching down now. We got about 15 more games left to go, including this one, where Barcelona only have a 7-point lead, which, to be honest, is somewhat comfortable, but not as comfortable as you want to be. I think at this point, if you want to be head back chilling, you want to be double digits clear, whether it's 10 points, 11 points, whatever the case may be, and that could be possible this weekend, because if you look at the top teams and who they'll be facing this weekend, Real Sociedad and Cadiz already played yesterday and they drew 0-0. Atletico Madrid host Sevilla at the Wanda Metropolitano, but the big game this weekend is Real Madrid traveling to Betis at the Benedito Villamarin to take on Real Betis. That would be a difficult game, but Real Madrid always tend to get the job done there. But I do think a draw is on the table, and Barcelona, of course, play tomorrow morning, and of course Real Madrid play in the afternoon. So we could put pressure on them after our victory against Valencia to force them to go to a very difficult stadium, get a difficult team, and they have to get 3 points. So again, Barcelona still in the driving seat, not too comfortable, but the road is straight ahead and it looks very clear, but we just have to keep going and keep our heads up and keep the results coming in. Now, if you take a look at our opponents in Valencia and where they're currently standing in the league table, they are currently sat in 18th place in La Liga on 23 points after playing 23 matches. They have 6 wins, 5 draws, and 12 losses. You look at their last 5 games in the league, 4 losses and 1 win. They're averaging a point a game at the moment, and a big team like this in the relegation zone is a very, very big sight to see. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Valencia, one of the most historic teams in the league that are currently sat in the relegation zone deep into the end of the season. They are in big trouble. I don't think they'll get relegated, but they're in the relegation zone nonetheless, having an absolutely dreadful season. But the last time we faced them, they did cause us problems. Of course, it was a 1-0 win for Barcelona away at the Mestalla, with Robert Lewandowski getting a 94th minute winner from a cross from Raphinha. This game was tight. It was back and forth. If you look at the lineup, of course, the defense is looking a bit ropey. I think this is at the point that Pique either announced his retirement or I think it was the game before he announced his retirement. Midfield looks very strong. The attack is strong as well, but they were just, sitting back so deep. Valencia at their stadium as well. I believe they scored a goal in the second half around the 60th minute, but it was a handball, so the momentum was shifting left, right, and center. But then a beautiful cross from Raphinha, good finish from Lewandowski, secured us the huge 3 points at the time. Now, if you take a look at Valencia's last 5 matches in all competition, in their last match, they beat Real Sociedad 1-0. They lost to Getafe 1-0. They lost to Athletic Club 2-1. They lost to Girona 1-0, and they lost to Real Madrid 2-0. Let's first take a look at their 2-1 loss against Athletic Club at home. In this match, it was at a point where they were still trying to look for a new manager. I think they had an interim manager during this point, and it just wasn't clicking. To be fair, they would put up a good test against Athletic Club, who at that moment weren't doing too well as well. But the goals were a bit scrappy. If you watch the highlights, I think Valencia's goal was a couple rebounds. Athletic Club first goal was a rebound, but the second goal was really well worked in the 70th minute. In the end, though, Valencia didn't have enough to compete with Athletic Club on the night. Next one is their 1-0 loss against Getafe, which is absolutely huge in terms of that relegation battle, because this puts Getafe 1 point behind Valencia. Now, this match was cagey, of course, two relegation sides battling out. It was end-to-end. To be fair to Valencia, they actually played, fairly well, especially being the away team. But Getafe got that big goal, I believe it was Unal near the 80th minute, that actually gave Getafe 3 massive points in that relegation battle. And finally is Valencia's last national competition, which was a 1-0 win against 4th place Real Sociedad at home. At this point, their new manager was officially appointed, and they had a manager balance, simple as that. They were absolutely on top of it against Real Sociedad. They wouldn't say they were the better team, but they were going toe-to-toe with them. To be fair to Real Sociedad as well, they had a few big chances as well that they missed. Valencia had only a few chances. They scored 1. And in the end, Valencia got that manager bruised and picked up 3 big points in their first 3 points in a very long time. So overall, final thoughts on Valencia. On paper, their squad is fairly decent, but also on paper, they're just not getting the results this season. I think they won on an 8-game losing streak in the league. The current manager is a new manager, Ruben Baraja. He just came in, of course, and he got the win against Real Sociedad. Big result for him. He hasn't managed in La Liga since, I believe, 2020 when he was coaching Real Zagreb, I believe, the team that Pique used to play for. So there's really not much to go off of. I don't know if he's a good manager or not. I think he isn't, since he hasn't had a job in a few years and he just come in as a new Valencia manager. But getting a win against Real Sociedad in your first game is definitely no mean feat. Now, in terms of players to look out for Valencia, there's quite a few. Of course, Jose Guy at left back, their captain, is a player that we wanted. You have to keep an eye on him. Moriba, I think, returning to the Camp Nou for the first time since his chaotic exit back in 2021. Cavani is going to be injured for this match. I think Cavani is out. Gabriel Paulista, their other center back, is out as well. Yusuf Masaya in midfield is actually a very good player. Castillejo, Samuel Luno, who up in the attack. They're very threatening players. Players that have quality in them, but just haven't shown this season, and they could show it at the Camp Nou. So Barcelona has been very compact, and I have to send out stretches enough. The chances that come in this match will not be that much, especially with Valencia expecting to play 5-4-1, park the bus, suck it all up, counterattack. The chances must be finished, especially with no Lewandowski. We have to be very critical in this match or walk away with the decisive victory. Let's now take a look at the squad list. The squad list for this match has been released and confirmed, and it is as follows: Ter Stegen, Araujo, Busquets, Ansu Fati, Ferran, Inaki Peña, Christensen, Alonso, Jordi Alba, Kessie, Roberto, De Jong, Raphinha, Kounde, Eric Garcia, Alejandro Balde, Pablo Torre, Arne Antunes, Alecron, and Estania. So from the last squad list, only one change, and that's of course Gavi dropping out as he is suspended for this match. Alongside the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. Xavi will not be on the touchline in this game. He'll be watching the games from the stand, as he does have to serve a yellow card suspension. And there are also 4 other players who are 1 yellow card away from being suspended. Those 4 players are Sergio Busquets, Franck Kessie, Raphinha, and Ferran Torres. If any of them pick up a yellow card in this match, they will be suspended for the next game against Athletic Club at the CMMS. To be honest, all 4 of these players are crucial at the moment, especially Raphinha and Ferran, since we don't have any other attackers. So no yellow cards in this match for these 4 players, because we definitely need them. And of course, against the Athletic Club, no yellow cards there because we need them for the Clasico. So basically, all these 4 players cannot get a yellow card until after the international break, or else it will be a huge hindrance on our squad. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. He did this press conference this morning, of course. He's asked a lot of questions from the media about the past game against Real Madrid, about this match as well, and the future of the club and renewals. Let's go and see what the gaffer had to say this morning in the presser. He came out saying, "We expected a Valencia that will defend well. They have gained an aggressiveness, intensity. We hope to be more dominant, create more scoring chances, and it's clear that we have to win this game. There's always noise here in Barcelona because it's Barcelona. And you have to know how to handle it within. We are at a moment of truth, starting with tomorrow. tomorrow's game. From the outside, I don't know, but from the inside, our analysis of the Real Madrid game pushed us a lot, and we don't want that. We weren't able to maintain possession, but in big games, sometimes the opponent can dominate you. We seek to have possession for 60, 70, or even 80% of the game, but without the ball, we were very good against Real Madrid. Tomorrow we will decide where I will watch the match, maybe in an elevated area where I can see the game better from a bird's eye view. Then asked about, set piece, how we haven't been too clinical from set pieces this season. Said that, look, we practice free kicks every day. Today, Ansu Fati, Raphinha, and Marcos Alonso scored great free kicks in training, but we need to be successful in matches, but I'm confident about that it will eventually come. Araujo always prefers to play playing as a center back, but there are circumstances and sometimes for him to need for the team. Also, due to the way he plays, he ends up playing there during the game anyways. Barcelona is the toughest club in the world to win at the Bernabeu, and yet people are not satisfied. In Barcelona, you must win convincingly and possess 70% of the ball at a minimum. I don't know who's upset with that win against Real Madrid, because I'm definitely not. Under the circumstances, I completely understand it. Then asked about the renewal of Roberto's, and the continuation of Roberto is great news. For me, he's extraordinary, even though I know he has some criticism outside from the club. He's a guarantee for us in the squad. Then on top of that, he was asked about the renewal of Sergio Busquets, and of course, I want him to stay, but it all depends on himself. Currently with Busquets, the report is he will decide before or after the international break. I think by the end of March, for sure we'll have an answer. Of course, I said that end of February should have an answer. Didn't come. I think by the end of March for sure we'll have an answer on Busquets. We are satisfied to win at every difficult ground, but it's true that though I was happy when we won the Super Cup, but this is football. The game in Almeria has to teach us things. We have to go out with more intensity and more conviction in this match. Andres Christensen, of course, is fully fit. Will be ready for tomorrow. Lewandowski has improved and the feeling is well, and Pedri and Nabele continue their progression. At Barcelona, we work as a team. The first to defend is Lewandowski, and the first to attack is Ter Stegen. The performance that Marcus is giving us is exceptional. He wins duels and he's a guarantee. He's a great guy and a spectacular signing. Estanis is versatile. He can play on the left or the right. He's strong. He has the quality to be important for the team. I see Ansu as good. He's motivated and confident. I think that he'll be an important player for us for now and for the future. And lastly, Xavi concluded off talking about Kessie, saying that we're very happy with Kessie because he gives us a lot. He loses very few balls and it works for a team. He has to be patient, and now he's taking advantages of the minutes that he is receiving. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Valencia tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best with this lineup. It will be very difficult to predict. In the press conference, Xavi said that he doesn't want to rotate too much, but we are playing a relegation side in Valencia at home as well. Just came off the back of a big win at the Bernabeu. It's going to be very, very difficult to predict this lineup. I have gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I think I'll go with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Kounde, Araujo, Christensen, and Jordi Alba, midfield three of Busquets, De Jong, and Kessie, and a front three of Raphinha, Ferran Torres, and Ansu Fati. Couple things for me. I think the most important aspect of this match is resting Frenkie de Jong. Like we've been talking about Kounde, he got his rest Kounde against Almeria. The amount of minutes Frenkie de Jong has played is astonishing. He's played 90 minutes in every single game for the past at least few matches. He needs rest, but I don't think Xavi will give that, especially with Gavi being suspended. I think the one rotation Xavi will make is, of course, a forced one with Gavi being suspended. He'll bring in Ansu Fati as a direct replacement, and I think he will rotate Alejandro Balde and put in Jordi Alba because he's done that quite frequently over the past few games. I also have a funny feeling that Xavi is going to start Roberto, but I have no idea where. It could be right back, midfield. It could be him at the false winger instead of Ansu Fati. I have a feeling that he will start Roberto, but I don't know where he's going to put him. I think the main one will be Jordi Alba coming in and Ansu Fati coming in as a suspension and then rotation. I think Xavi will go strong, especially against Almeria where we drop points. We need points at the moment. And then Real Madrid play later as well, so you want to put pressure on them. So this is like my thing that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But of course, down in the comments below, let me know what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach. And I have made a few changes from the lineup I predicted for Xavi Hernandez. I've gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I've gone with Ter Stegen in goal, a back forward Roberto, Araujo, Alonso, and Jordi Alba, midfield three of Busquets, Kessie, and Pablo Torre, and a front three of Raphinha, Ferran Torres, and Ansu Fati. So my logic is this. Of course, Christensen just came back from injury. I don't want to stick him in straight away. I'll probably bring him in as a sub. I think Alonso played very, very well against Madrid, and I would back that performance. Alejandro Balde as well, give him a little bit of a rest. I'd bring in Jordi Alba. My idea for bringing in Roberto at right back is I want a bit more of an attacking fullback, especially with Raphinha, Ansu, and Ferran going to be a bit isolated. I think Kounde is excellent defensive-wise, but going forward, he's not the greatest right back in the world, I'll put it that way. So I've gone with Roberto to have that more attacking mindset. In the midfield, you guessed it, I'm resting De Jong without a shadow of a doubt. And I brought in Pablo Torre, give him some minutes. I mean, why not? And the front three, of course, is basically the only front three that we can end up playing. I mean, if you were to, make an argument saying that you wouldn't start Alonso, you start either Kounde or Christensen, I wouldn't be upset. But I think the rest of the team is very well balanced. It can definitely beat Valencia at home, and also you rotate key players as well. And that's the lineup that I would select for this match. But of course, in the comments down below, let me know would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup. Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? I think it will be a Barcelona win. I have gone Barcelona winning this match by 2-0. I think it'll be fairly comfortable in the end. I think what will happen is that first 20 minutes, we're going to, see them out, get the rhythm going, hopefully get a goal before halftime. Second half, a little bit more guns blazing, get that second goal, sit back, control the game, and of course, go for that clean sheet. I think Valencia, the best result they can get in this match is a draw. I don't see them winning this game whatsoever. I think it will come down to their counterattacks. If on the counterattack they hit their first one, it goes in the back of the net, then you know what, fair enough to them. This is going to be very, very difficult for Barcelona. I cannot see Valencia scoring more than one goal in this match, so I could see a 3-1 result for Barcelona as well. But with them not having Cavani, I think their attacking prowess isn't quite there at the moment. I think this should be a comfortable victory for Barcelona. I don't think it'll be as easy as the scoreline suggests, but I have gone Barcelona win this match by 2-0. But of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that was my match preview for Barcelona versus Valencia in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on the lineups. Firstly, would you pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go with? You're the manager. Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come enjoy me watching the game with me. Follow straight for the match by match review. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Early kickoff, nothing but the 3 points. Take care and Forza Barca.